This is Tim Dar with The Beat, chatting with the voices of My Adventures with Superman. How you guys doing?
Excellent, excellent.
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I had the pleasure of interviewing you last year, so I couldn't wait to do it to talk season two.
I know. I was like, I recognize you. Yeah.
So I know actors are happy just to be able to work. So it's even more gratifying to not only to work on a project that they adore, but one that is received so well by audiences. I think it's safe to say that working on this Superman series is more than just a paycheck to you guys. So I'd love to hear what's been the experience working on a show that's been so well received.
I feel like it's been amazing. Like I'm honored. I'm so surprised. I'm not surprised because the show's so good, but like I just didn't expect the response to be so positive and like all the love everyone's showing us, all the tweets,
Mm.
reaction videos, fan art, like I'm very moved. And even just watching it with people I know, like from kids to adults, and they're all just like so invested and they're like, oh my God, that's you, that's your voice. And I think we work on a lot of things, but to work on something that has this kind of response is special. And that's not lost on me. And I feel very grateful and I'm proud to be a part of this amazing show.
Yeah, the same sentiments. I think I'm always shocked, surprised that people resonate with the things the projects that you do as an actor, and it's always the icing on the cake when like you're seeing like a genuine reaction to it, and it's not like a review where you're not seeing somebody's face. You're
Mm.
going you're looking at like the reaction videos and people watching it and them just being so drawn into it. And when I do things, like I don't do them with that top of mind. I just want to do the best job possible. So it's always a gratifying like I don't know thing to see. And again, I'm just very grateful that people enjoy it, and they're giving us another chance to make more.
Mm.
It's awesome.
Totally. So I'm pretty confident an episode highlight for many last year was the League of Lois Lanes. For you, Alice, that episode probably really pushed you as an actor, getting to play an alternate version of Lois Lane. I'd love to hear you discuss the experience of playing grizzled Lois Lane.
Yeah, it was so fun. I was nervous at first because like this is my first voiceover job, and so the
Mm.
only thing I've done is Lois Lane, and so having to try to do a different voice, was I was like, oh, like can I do it? But it was so fun. Um, Jake, Brandon, Josie made me feel so comfortable, and like we really pushed it. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just do this groany voice. And we just tried different takes of it and I loved it. I mean, it was so fun. I would do more. I also did like the robotic voice, like of the Lois, da da da, like, and that was cool too. Yeah, I'd be down to do more of that. My voice kind of hurt a little at the end, but I think it's because I was doing it wrong or something.
To expected, to expected. Um, Ishmael, this season, Jimmy is moving up and is now a millionaire after selling his Flamebird app to the Daily Planet. There's that familiar adage that money always changes people. Even this very first episode, I had the pleasure of seeing, we see him acting a little bit more arrogant than usual. I would love to know if there are any ways you found playing Jimmy different this season compared to the first season.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun when you have that added thing to a character. He's like you said, he's moving on up in the world to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Um, it's just fun. It's just fun to play. It's fun to because I feel like at first season one, Jimmy was more so like uh this he was more so trying to like keep everything together and trying to be a part of Lois and Clark's world as they kind of found their new their love for each other. But now Jimmy, he's entering his own type of thing where, you know, he's rich, you know, and of course money will change you, obviously, but I feel like the underlying thing with Jimmy is that he always tries to bring his friends into his world and wanting to share that with them. So yeah, that's always a fun thing for me. So.
I remember the producers kind of described this series as a kind of rom-com with punches. There are definitely moments that are straight out of classic workplace sitcoms like The Office. I know you both of you have experience working in comedy and sitcoms specifically. Did either of you relish getting to play up your comedic chops or have any kind of fun moments of improv in the booth?
Ooh, yeah, for sure, for sure. I think like for me, like whenever we would do the lines, you know, we would do them 1 to 3 times, you know, just to get the inflections right, and then you know the directors and producers would be like, just say it how you would say it naturally, because sometimes things won't come off the tongue like as you would say it as a person, and it doesn't really sound right. So you know, they gave us, at least me, they gave me the room to kind of say things how I would, and luckily, like, you know, a lot of those things kind of, you know, stay, they kept them in the show. So yeah, yeah, it was, I definitely got the opportunity to, you know, use a little bit of improv. You know, the writing is so, you know, ironclad anyway. So yeah, I'm just glad they let me play.
I loved like playing into the comedy of it all. Yeah, I obviously love comedy, and yeah, we got to be funny, do it several different takes. And yeah, I think the creators really gave us freedom to add our own flair, like, um, and so we would play around, and like Ishmael said, like some of the stuff, it was already written so well, but I think they really allowed us to add our own flavor to it. And then trust it. And then the lines are just funny. The situations are so funny. Like even just doing different voices. Like I remember in one of the episodes, I had to imitate one of the reporters. And that was so, and I was going balls to the wall. They let me listen to her takes. And it was just so funny, you know? But yeah, I think the writing speaks for itself, and then we just get to play with it. So it was easy to do.
Even like the side stuff of like, I know I had the most fun like whenever like I would have to scream or like cry or like I would hit something and you'd have to like just ad lib like those umps and things like that. So
Yeah.
definitely was screaming like a girl and I had fun doing that.
So as Al kind of mentioned, recordings were pretty much solo, which is kind of the standard these days. I think a few months ago, there was a Scat Fest where all three of you were together. Was that the first time you had met? Or had you met previously at Premiere or anything before that?
Yeah, that was the first time we all met as one together. You know, I met Jack way after we finished recording at like a party. But yeah, that was the first time I met everybody. Other than, you know, on social media, you know, we friended each other, but in real life, yeah.
Yeah, which was wild. Like the first time we were all gathered together. Jack and I first met when we were passing by, like he finished recording and I was about to go in. And so we're like, oh my God, hi. Like, and then Ishmael and I think we met when they did a screening of Superman, like at, I
Yeah.
forget
Oh,
which
yeah. At the
building it was. Was it Cartoon or
it was the Cartoon Network building in
yeah, yeah. So they did a little, so that was the first time we met, but the first time all three of us were together, we're scat with scat, and it was so nice. Yeah, it was really great.
Oh yeah, Jack was
Awesome. On that note, I hopefully will be the last time you guys get together. I hope we get a Superman, My Adventure Superman season 3.
Hello.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Thanks, it's been an immense pleasure.
Thank you, Tamara.
Thanks.